crucial topic that addresses the growing concern in our country. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself and our panelists for today's sessions. My name is Arifah Amani binti Muhammad Shaharudin, and I will be your moderator for today's program. We are honored to have with us Ms. Nisha Sharifah is our first panel, Ms. Noraisha Afifa is our second panel, Ms. Ifa Adriana is our third panel, last but not least, Ms. Christina is our last panel. So according to Mishra of 2023, brain drain, also known as human capital flight, refers to the mass migration of a highly educated, skilled, and talented individuals from less economically advanced countries to more developed nations. Brain drain issues in Malaysia was several enough, and in 2011, the government from Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad, known as Talent Corp, which comes under the Prime Minister's Department, specifically to address the brain drain issues. So how bad is it? According to the Thomas Matthew, who is Talent Corp Group Chief Executive Officer, on 2024, over 1.86 million Malaysians left the country in the past 5 decades. Calculated, this represents 5.6% of the population, significantly higher than the global average, around 3.6%. Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM) recently released a statistic on February 19, 2024 regarding Malaysian citizens working in Singapore and Brunei in 2022 and 2023, show that Malaysian workers in Singapore are 39% primarily skilled and 35% semi-skilled. The statistics show that the migration pattern to Brunei is somewhat similar, with a higher percentage of 68% skilled workers and 24.1% semi-skilled workers. According to Talent Corp, the top 5 preferred countries for nations working abroad were Singapore, Australia, United States of America, United Kingdom, and Canada. So Thomas added that notably, 3.3% of the total nation's population has migrated to Singapore, amounting to 113 million individuals, which constitutes 60% of the nation immigrants. So according to Hussein and Pereira Eco, as stated in Farah Alima et al. 2024, the most commonly cited reasons for brain drain are push and pull factors. Push factors are elements within a country that may encourage citizens to leave. For example, social injustice, political uncertainty, poor governance, security issues, declining currency value, and other economic concerns. Meanwhile, pull factors refers to elements provided by another country that entice nations to live. For example, better opportunities in other countries to improve their quality of life. So let's begin the discussion with Ms. Nisha. So Ms. Nisha, in your view, what can be done to effectively prevent brain drain from happening at its early stage?
Thank you, moderator, for the question. So I will focus on brain drain from an educational aspect. A weak education system in Malaysia plays an important role in causing brain drain. Have you ever wondered why most outstanding students aspire to pursue their studies abroad when they could continue it in Malaysia, where the costs are much more lower compared to studying overseas? A study conducted by the global technology company WISE found that nearly 60,000 Malaysian students study internationally. The same source, Malaysian students studying abroad spend the most money on education in the US, with an average of 130,470 ringgit and 38 cents spent per year. Although the cost of studying abroad is high, Malaysian students still choose to pursue their studies overseas. The reason is, education abroad is generally high quality compared to Malaysia. I'm not saying that Malaysian education is not good, but when we compare it in terms of facilities, learning environment, and technology, abroad universities are a step ahead of us. Take Harvard University as an example. Why has it become a dream university for so many students? According to Aishwarya Bhatnagar on the Shiksha Study Abroad website, Harvard is the undisputed leader in education, research, and teaching. Moreover, most of the professors at Harvard are leading scholars or even a Nobel Prize winners. This clearly shows that Harvard offers the best of the best for its students, with an expensive campus, world-class amenities, top-notch instructors, and a learning environment that encourage critical thinking and innovation. However, when we compare it with the situation in Malaysia, the reality is still quite different. For example, University Malaysia Sabah (UMS) has gone viral multiple times due to ongoing water supply issues, even leading to the Kami Mahu air gathering on campus. Even more concerning are comments on TikTok claiming that this issue are persisted for years. What serious steps have they university authorities taken to resolve this problem? How can a student study comfortably and stay focused when even basic necessities like water are not consistently available? I believe one important step that needs to be taken is upgrading the quality of local education, especially in terms of university facilities and infrastructure. According to Anwar Munajat Zuranan et al. 2021, good management of the facilities in an educational institution can affect students' learning process and subsequently impact the students' academic achievement. Students not only need a comfortable campus but also require a stable basic facilities and sufficient equipment to support a smooth learning experience. For example, in critical fields such as medicine, students need access to modern technology and equipment to make the learning process more effective and realistic. One interesting thing I discovered was in Harvard University, there are cameramen who are assigned to record the lesson in class by using a high-quality camera, which allows the student to review the lesson later. In my opinion, Malaysia should adopt this and implement this action in local universities to increase student productivity and provide a better learning experience. Therefore, improving the quality of local education is not just about constructing infrastructure, but ensuring that facilities are functional, accessible, and comparable to those at international universities, so that students no longer see studying abroad as the only best option. I think that's all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Nisha. So I believe the initial steps such as improving the quality of education in our country are among the effective steps that need to be taken to solve brain drain issues. Because a strong education system not only nurtures local talent but also increases confidence in the nation's ability to provide opportunities for growth. So, question for our next panel, Ms. Aisha. So there seems to be a trend of professionals in technical fields like engineering moving abroad or switching careers. So from your point of view, what really driving this and how can we change it?
Thank you, Ms. Arifah, as the moderator. And hi everyone. So today I would like to talk about a critical issue in Malaysia, the challenges faced by those in the engineering profession, especially when it comes to the mismatch between their skill and the salary they receive. Engineering is a field that demands a high level of technical knowledge, problem-solving ability, and responsibility. Without engineers, development in infrastructure, technology, and innovation will simply not be possible. But despite the importance of their role in building nation, many engineers in Malaysia feel unappreciated and underpaid. This is where the problem begins. One major issue that the salary they receive does not reflect the level of education, training, and expertise they bring to the job. Engineering degrees take years to complete. Students spend a lot of money on tuition, textbooks, and materials and undergo through academic training. But the return on investment is very low. According to Berita Harian in 2022, nearly 35% of engineers in Malaysia start their careers earning less than 2,000 per month. This figure alarming when we consider the rising cost of living, especially in urban areas. Expenses like rent, food, transportation, and student loan repayments make it difficult to survive on a such salary. To make things worse, salary increments are slow and often do not match the rate of inflation. This puts even more financial pressure on the young engineers. Another major concern is that lack of work-life balance. Engineers often have to work for long hours and manage tight deadlines and carry the burden of high responsibility. But despite this challenge, they are not fairly rewarded. This creates stress and burnout, and over time, many begin to feel unmotivated and even regret choosing engineering as a career. Let me share my personal experience. During my high school, I had a teacher who was actually a degree holder in engineering. But he told us that after working in the field for a while, he decided to leave the profession. He felt that the skill and effort he was giving did not match the salary he was receiving. So he took Diploma Pendidikan Lepasan Ijazah and became a teacher instead. He was much happier even though it meant switching fields entirely. His story is just one example, but I'm sure there are many more engineering graduates out who feel the same, frustrated, disappointed, and choosing not to continue in the engineering field, or even worse, leaving Malaysia for a better pay elsewhere. This situation is worrying. If we continue to lose our engineering talents, our country will face a shortage of skilled professionals. It might affect our ability to grow in key sectors like construction, energy, manufacturing, and technology. So, what can be done? First, the government should officially recognize engineering as a high-skilled profession and set a minimum starting salary of at least 3,000. This amount is more reflective of the level of their expertise and cost of living. By doing so, we can motivate more students to enter the field and encourage current engineers to stay. Second, we need a strong policies that support career growth in engineering. Companies should encourage to offer competitive salaries, continuous training, and clear promotion pathways. Financial incentive or tax breaks could also be given to employers who commit to fair pay practices. In conclusion, engineers are not just workers, they are nation builders. They design, construct, and improve almost everything we use in our daily life. It's time to give them the respect and recognition that they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aisha, for your insightful thoughts. So from what our panel explained a moment ago, we can conclude that a good employee welfare management, such as regarding salaries, benefits, and so on, can overcome this great issue. So now we are moving on to our next panel, Ms. Ifa. We have been talking about brain drain for years. So what's one thing we haven't done too much yet, but urgently need to do in order to prevent these issues?
Thank you, Arfa, for the question. So, I would like to answer. In my opinion, one of the most critical steps Malaysia must take to address brain drain is to strengthen its research and innovation ecosystem. Currently, many highly skilled graduates choose to work abroad because local career development opportunities, especially in research and innovation, are limited or underdeveloped. Encouraging partnership between universities and industry can create meaningful pathways for research development and innovation. This partnership may include joint research projects, industrial training, technology transfer, and collaborative product development. For example, a technology company might collaborate with an engineering faculty to develop automation or artificial intelligence solutions. Such projects not only address real-world challenges faced by companies, but also provide students and lecturers with hands-on experience and exposure to practical innovation. Moreover, this collaboration significantly improves graduate employability. Students who participate in industry-level internship or research projects acquire practical skills that better prepare them for the workforce. At the same time, lecturers gain insight into industry needs, which enable them to update curriculum and produce job-ready graduates. Countries like Germany and South Korea have done this well. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD), South Korea spent about 5.21% of its gross domestic product (GDP) on research and development, which involve companies working with universities. The investment helped South Korea keep its skilled workers and grow new ideas. Germany Fraunhofer Society is an example of research group working closely with industry to innovate and keep talent from leaving their country. On the other hand, Malaysia only spends about 1% of its GDP on research and development, according to Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation mostly. Because there are less cooperation between university and companies, many people leave Malaysia to find better job abroad. If Malaysia wants to keep its talented people and use their skill to help country grow, it must work fast to build stronger connection between university and company. That's all for me. I will pass it to the moderator.
Thank you, Ms. Ifa, for your valuable insights. It's clear that one of the root causes of brain drain is the lack of strong structured career opportunities, especially in research and innovations. I really like the idea that the stronger university and industry collaboration isn't just about the academic group, but also about retaining talent by giving them a reason to stay. So the last question for our last panel for today's forum, Ms. Christina. So from your opinion, what are some effective ways the government can implement in order to prevent brain issues among skilled professionals?
Thank you to the moderator and everyone here. The topic I wish to discuss is the migration of skilled professionals abroad, commonly known as brain drain, which is becoming increasingly concerning. One of the factors driving this phenomenon is the attraction of a higher quality of life and a better public amenities in foreign countries. Ladies and gentlemen, many skilled Malaysians choose to live and work overseas not simply because of higher salaries, but because they feel that life abroad is more organized and convenient. According to a study by the World Bank 2011, efficient public facilities are among the main reasons professionals migrate. For example, public transportation system in Singapore and other developed countries are fast, clean and reliable. In contrast, our system in Malaysia, according to the Economic Planning Unit in 2023, still face issues such as delay and limited coverage. Furthermore, healthcare systems abroad are generally more efficient and better equipped in terms of facilities and treatment. Many Malaysian medical professionals prefer to serve in country healthcare systems that are more structured and less burdened. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Ministry of Health stated in 2022 that although public healthcare here is affordable, its quality is affected by staff shortages and high patient loads. In addition, a better work-life balance abroad is a significant factor. Countries like Germany, for instance, highly prioritize mental well-being and family time. Conversely, in Malaysia, a rigid and less flexible work culture drives many young professionals to seek more sustainable opportunities abroad. This is consistent with findings from the Kazana Research Institute in 2021. Therefore, to address this issue, this government must take several measures. First, improve the efficiency and coverage of public transportation, especially in rural areas. The government should increase the number of buses, train or other transit service operating in remote areas too. The government should increase the number of buses, train or other transit service operating in remote areas to ensure that residents they are not left out of national development. Secondly, the government enhance the quality of public healthcare by increasing staff number, streamlining treatment processes and upgrading facilities. And the third one, the government needs to foster a more flexible and supportive work culture, including flexible working hours and mental health support for employees. By offering flexible working hours, employees can better manage their time without compromising productivities. And employers should also provide mental health support such as counseling session, wellness program, and a positive working environment to ensure that employees feel valued and not overwhelmed. This in turn can lead to increased motivation and long-term performance. In conclusion, to retain skilled professional and encourage them to continue serving in the country, we must ensure they are not only provided with job opportunities but also enjoy a good quality of life. This is not just an economic policy issue but a matter of well-being and the nation's future. That's all from me, and now we turn the floor to the moderator.
Thank you, Ms. Christina, and to all our panelists for your insightful views. From what has been shared, we can clearly see that the brain drain in Malaysia stems from various root causes, and more importantly, that there are practical solutions already within our reach. From the first panelist, we learned that one of the key steps is to upgrade the quality of local education, especially in terms of university facilities and infrastructure. When students are confident in the local education system, they are more likely to stay and grow here. From the second panelist, we saw how important it is to properly reward professionals like engineers through fair wages, career support, and recognition of their value to national development. If they are appreciated here, they won't feel the need to leave. From the third panelist, it's clear that the Malaysia must boost its research and innovation ecosystem by building strong real collaboration between universities and industries. This will create more opportunities for career growth and practical experience, especially in high-skill fields. And finally, our fourth panelist reminded us that the quality of life matters. Efficient public transport, better healthcare system, and a more flexible, supportive work culture are all part of creating an environment where skilled Malaysians feel happy, safe, and fulfilled. In short, tackling brain drain is not about fixing just one thing. It's about improving the system as a whole. And if we want to keep our talents at home, we must first give them strong reasons to stay. So thank you once again to all the panelists. So let's hope today's discussions become a stepping stone towards real change. That's all from us. Thank you.
Yay! Weh, okey weh, 20 minit je.